Well, welcome to another episode of Conversations and Connections. We're the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart, the prevention coordinator for the agency. And today, via Zoom, I have DaVina Morris, who is the regional director of BCFS Health and Human Services. And the reason I kind of got to know DaVina is she spoke at the Angelina County Interagency meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, well, what you had to say, DaVina, was really good information, I think, for the community to hear. So, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Let's talk first of all, BCFS, Community Health and Human Services. What is BCFS? What does that stand for? What does that exactly
Yes.
what does that mean?
So BCFS Health and Human Services originally was Baptist Child and Family Services. And it's a nonprofit that was established in 1944. And we specialize in community-based care for at-risk families and children, prevention and early intervention services, housing for young adults aging out of foster care system, mental health and life skills services. We also do advocacy and case management coordinator for survivors of human trafficking. And then we also have our Healthy Start program, which is a medical program for women who are pregnant or postpartum, and once in a lifetime experiences for families who have children with disabilities or special needs. So we have a wide range of services. And for more than 79, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. Go ahead. Finish up what you was going to say.
Yes, I was just going to say for more than 79 years, BCFS has impacted the lives of thousands of youth, children, and families in a positive way. So before, BCFS stood for Baptist Child and Family Services, and now we just go by the acronym.
Oh, okay. So y'all do provide a vast array of services, but
Yes.
specifically, you are in the community services division of all of this.
Yes.
You may be repeating yourself a little bit, but what services are provided under this division? And what exactly does your division do and cover?
Yeah, sure. So in the community service division, we do case management, mentoring, and advocacy. And that's to help youth build skills, self-confidence, and healthy relationships. We also have foster care support, where we provide tools for successful transition to adulthood for foster youth with life skills training and job placement through our TWC program. And we also specialize in mental health, where we address emotional and physical needs through counseling and case management. And then we do have some parenting education support, prenatal and early infant care, and transitional living.
Okay. So now let's kind of narrow things down just a little bit. Let's talk about what programs are offered specifically where most of our listeners are. It's going to be deep East Texas. When I was looking, I guess it was last week at the BCFS website.
Yes.
I guess it depends on where you are in East Texas, depending on what services are available. So let's, I guess, first of all, education training voucher program. What's about? This sounds very interesting.
Yes, so this is a statewide program, and we cover the entire state of Texas, which includes the Deep East Texas region. And the voucher program provides up to $5,000 a year for current or former foster youth, adopted youth, and those in the permanency care assistance to support their educational goals. ETV funds can be used at accredited public, private, or nonprofit schools where they offer bachelor degrees, 2-year programs, or 1-year training programs that prepare those students for employment.
Okay. So, and that's really good. And I'm sure it's different now than it was years and years ago for a child coming out of the foster care program, where they were just kind of like thrown out there and say, okay, good luck to you. I mean, now you do have these tools that are available for these kids to
absolutely
have them get a foothold in society and maybe get a higher education. So now you did kind of talk about what types of higher education schools a person can attend into service. What does someone need to do to receive services from the program? Is there like an application process, or how do they
Yeah,
go
so
about that?
so to be eligible for the ETV program, they have to be at least 16 years old and in foster care or extended foster care or adopted from foster care at the age of 16 or older or in a permanency care assistance program. Also, applicants have to be under 23 years old and enrolled in at least 6 semester hours in a post-secondary institution. If they meet those criteria, they can be eligible to receive that $5,000 annually to support their educational goals.
Okay, great. Let's talk a little bit about Texas home visiting. Can you give us an
Yes.
overview of this program? What's this all about?
Yes, so Texas home visiting, this is my baby. I
I
was
think you
able
kind of
to
lit up whenever I mentioned that. That was awesome.
Yes, I was able to bring this particular program here in the deep East Texas region, which includes Angelina County, Anderson County, Nacogdoches County, and Cherokee County. So, Texas Home Visiting is a program that supports maternal and child health, child development, school readiness, and family well-being. It's basically a home visiting program that can be done in person or virtually, where our parent educators go into the home, or they can also meet virtually depending on the flexibility of the parent. And they're teaching these core curriculums to the parents to sort of ensure that they have what they need to make sure that not only baby, but themselves are healthy and we get these kiddos ready for school.
Are there certain qualifications a person needs to meet to get this service, or do they just what do they have to do? Or what
Yeah.
qualifications may need to be met?
Yes. So, in order to be eligible for THV services, number one, you have to be either an expecting parent. We say that because it's not just mom, it could be dad who's expecting, or a caregiver or a family member who has a child between the ages of their sixth birthday or kindergarten entry, whichever comes first. The primary caregiver can include a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, or any other relative that's taking care of this child. It could also be a foster parent or a non-custodial parent. So let's say that the non-custodial parent has a relationship with the child, they have visitations, maybe it's an informal visitation arrangement, but they do have some sort of physical care for that child. We can also offer them services. And then they must reside in one of those 4 counties, again, Anderson, Angelina, Nacogdoches, or Cherokee. And then they also need to meet one of our criteria, which is a priority characteristic. There's a long list of those characteristics, and it ranges from anything to a concern about parenting skills. So maybe the parent says, hey, I need some help with my parenting skills,
Right.
all the way up to maybe the child has a developmental delay or something that's more serious.
Okay, great. It's amazing how so many programs are available to people and they may not know about. Half the stuff I
Yes.
learn about what's going on is through when I go to interagency meetings and things. And I guess and I don't know how big of a challenge is it for you to let the population know about these things.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I have tried to do even before we actually launched our office here is to make strategic partnerships. So, we have a partnership with the Deep East Texas Council of Governments because they have many touch points
Mhm.
in the areas that we're trying to serve because they cover all of Deep East Texas and also do presentations like at the coalition meeting. And when I get invited to do a podcast, such as today with Stuart, I'm ready and raring to go because I want to make sure that we're able to get this information out there to the families. We also have some strategic planning going on for outreach and recruitment, where our parent educators are going out, they're hitting the ground, they're going to daycares and schools and different agencies to make that connection, to let them know, hey, we're a resource and we want you to send those families that you think may be eligible for our program.
Right. Is there a central place where someone can go if they're interested in learning more about all these services, or to start the application process? Can it be done online? Do they need to visit your office? How is this done?
Yes, sure. So they can visit our website, which is bcfscsd.org. There is a link there that says THV Lufkin referral, and they can actually do the referral form online. That referral form can be filled out by a parent themselves, a caregiver, or even another agency that wants to refer over a family.
Can they do it in person, or does this have to be done online?
Yes, they can also do it in person. We have a physical location here in Lufkin, and our address is 202 South John Redditt Drive, Suite 300. And we're
Okay.
located right down the road from the main post office.
Okay, great. All right. DaVina Morris, is there anything else we need to touch on before we wrap things up?
No, I guess I would just like to share that this program is free of charge. There is no charge, there is no income requirement, no income cap limit. We just want to be sure that we're getting the word out to everyone that may be eligible for this program. We currently run this program in Smith County, and we have a tremendous amount of success stories because we just want to make sure that these families have the resources they need. And if we can't provide it internally, we'll find a way to get that external referral to make sure that they're connected to the resources that they need.
Excellent. DaVina, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me,
Yeah.
Stuart.
So if you have any questions about what you may have heard, or if you feel like you need our services, we do have a toll-free number for the Family Crisis Center. That's 1-800-828-7233. Also, be sure to subscribe to Conversations and Connections via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much any podcast service of your choice. And if you would like to make a donation, go to our website at familycrisiscenterofeasttexas.com. And there at the bottom left, you'll see a donate button. Click on that if you would like to make a monetary donation to help survivors of relationship violence. Be the voice, if not for you, for someone else.